Chris from TechSprint, and this is the iPhone 5S in 2023. How does it hold up 10 years later?
So first we need to start with the first thing that you see, the design. It has an aluminum build with 2 glass streaks on the aluminum backplate for reception. And this design is iconic, still being considered one of the best designed iPhones of all time. The front of the phone is not so iconic, having a Gorilla Glass screen and the new Touch ID sensor. The phone feels amazing, even in 2023. The nice matte aluminum and flat sides feel surprisingly modern and especially good when you wake up in the morning and it's nice and cold to the touch. I love this design, and I'm so glad that Apple brought this back with the new iPhone 14s, 13s, and 12s. And yes, I'm aware, this phone looks micro in my hands, and that's because it is. This LG phone is 5.5 inches and still feels a bit small for me. But even smaller than that is the Galaxy S4 with a 5-inch display, and it feels mini. And if you thought that wasn't small enough, even smaller than that is the iPhone 5S at 4 inches. I've always had a thing for small phones though, and this phone is no exception. I can reach all 4 corners with no issues, and it's very refreshing in the sea of huge phone nowadays. So the design is a plus for me in my opinion, but what about the performance? The iPhone 5S has an A7 Bionic chip and is the first chip on an iPhone to be 64 bits. It's surprisingly smooth and runs iOS 12 really well, especially because of that 64-bit chip. The fingerprint scanner is noticeably slower than that of the newer phones, but for the first generation Touch ID, it is surprisingly fast. It can run simple games like Geometry Dash, Temple Run, Subway Surfers, Piano Tiles, and so on decent enough, and the music in the game sounds surprisingly clear. Have a listen to this. I remember Apple being very proud of packing all this into a body smaller than the Galaxy S4. Speaking of packing, the screen on this device is an LCD Retina, packing a pixel density of 326 pixels per inch. The screen looks bright and colorful and very vivid with its colors. I am very impressed with how good this screen looks. Compared to the Galaxy S4, the phone looks minuscule, but size doesn't matter. Now, battery life. You can't expect too much, especially in old phones like this, and yes, it's not that good. If you're lucky, it'll last 3 hours with screen on time, but it does have very impressive standby time compared to other Android competitors of the time. The camera is decent for 2013. It takes good photos in good lighting and not so good photos in poor lighting. It is a camera and it works, and it's not so bad. And a plus, taking pictures is especially fast. This is a video test of the iPhone 5S. I need you guys to let me know how it looks. It's a beautiful sunny morning here in Arizona. It's a little chilly, but not too bad. And I need you to tell me how if it looks pretty like smooth, the recording, because pretty sure it has optical image stabilization. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, this is a video test. Tell me how it looks. Tell me what you think. Is it good? Is it bad? I don't know. Let's find out. The ear speaker sounds clear, and no, I didn't put a SIM card into this, I used Wi-Fi. And caller said I sounded clear as crystal, and the small size makes it crazy comfortable to make calls on.
So overall, the iPhone 5S is a very interesting device in 2013. It performs way better than I was expecting. Like I said, almost as good as my current smartphone. It feels in your hand not like a 2013 smartphone at all. The point is that it does not feel or work like a 2013 phone. There are just a few things that make it not worth it in 2023. Unless you're only going to use this as a light phone to make phone calls and messages and pictures and just for the basics, that's the only case I would ever recommend this smartphone to anybody. Or if you're getting it for your kid or your grandma, then that would be perfect. But for any other reason, if you want to use this as your main phone to do everything on, I wouldn't 100% recommend it. But even if you did, the experience wouldn't be half as bad as you were expecting. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like. That would be greatly appreciated. This was the iPhone 5S in 2023.
This video was made following a week using the iPhone 5S. This device was purchased by me. Thank you so much for watching. Please do consider subscribing to see more videos like this. Thank you for watching again, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.